I got some bells and whistles for you guys. You ready for this? This is going to be great.
Video games.
Yes, you can.
Comic books.
Nothing is impossible.
Sci-fi.
Just
anime.
do it.
If you've been made fun of for it, we're probably going to talk about it.
What are you waiting for?
This is Nerd Radio.
Make your dreams come true.
Can we update that so that my voice isn't introing us anymore? I recorded that before I was on the show, and now it just seems really self-serving.
I love it.
Everybody pay attention to me.
Hello? You got anything over there?
Hello? Can you guys
We
hear
got
me?
Jamie's got a dead mic.
Hello?
What's going on there? Oh, no.
Check.
Which mic are you adjusting?
3.
He should be 5. He should be the last one that's counting.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Check.
Oh, there he
There
is.
it is, yeah.
All right.
Radio
I'm wrong.
professional.
Yeah.
Can we leave all that in?
No,
Can
that's
that be a
staying.
part of the podcast?
I'm fine with it because I was just going to make a comment. I think it's funny. We're playing this intro. This is the first time we've ever played the intro.
Yes.
On the way in. It must be to impress these guys right here.
Yeah.
It totally
I am
is.
very impressed.
Very much so. My name is Chuck Bean. You're, of course, listening to Nerd Radio. I'm
Of
joined-
course, if you haven't figured it out
you
by
haven't
now,
figured it out by now?
this steaming pile of garbage
I'm
is our beloved podcast.
I am joined by Al Beck.
Yeah,
who
that's
wo-
me.
Who won't stop talking so that I can finish the intro.
He's quite chatty today.
And James, who's...
I was the intro.
You were the intro.
Which is my problem.
Today we are joined by Halal Beefcake, the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Joe Coleman and Idris Abraham. Guys, welcome to Nerd Radio.
Our pleasure. Thank you very much.
It is It is fantastic to have you guys on the show. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of nerd stuff like we typically do here on Nerd Radio. And then if you're a podcast listener, you'll get to hear an exclusive interview with these guys later on. So stay tuned for that. Fellas, you hear that wind? Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. Storm a brewing.
My God. I mean, there was some rain when I came in, but is one of the things is there anything more unsettling than when you feel the wind move your car a little bit to the left or right?
No.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Like that car is way heavier than I can fathom in my brain already, and then when the wind can make it kind of go eep
Yep.
off to the side, it's just like I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. Fellas, how was your week?
Fine. That wasn't expecting a quiz.
What happened? You were all chatty a couple minutes ago. And
Yeah,
now,
you had
now
everything
come
Well,
back
now the
fine.
show's underway. I got nothing to contribute.
Well, all right.
I had a good week. I wish I had something to report, really.
No, nothing. Just more mash.
Just more mash.
Over the weekend, Borderlands 3 was free to play on Xbox, on PlayStation, on the PC, wherever you got it. And I spent the entire weekend checking out Borderlands 3. And I thought, first of all, I think a lot of games should do this because, especially for someone like me who has issues with motion sickness.
Yeah.
Like, I can try the game out immediately.
So you know if it's going to make you sick or not.
Yeah, I don't have to spend the $60 and then be like, nope, can't play this.
Well, I think you would sell more games to me if you did that because it's $60 and I'm not much of a gamer. So there's a lot of times where I'll look at a game and go, it sounds good, but am I going to drop the $60 and then never touch it?
Right.
But if I had a weekend and then got kind of hooked, then I might buy more games.
Let's be honest, it wouldn't work for you because you would forget.
I
told you that it was coming, and I was like, I'll text you when I get home.
I
to
told
remind
you not to bother.
Yeah, don't bother. I'm going to
Yeah.
forget. I'm not going to download that.
Well, the reason for that was I loved Borderlands. The first one, I thought it was a great game. When the second one came out, I played it for a little bit, but it was just sort of the same game again. It didn't have me hooked. So even when the pre-sequel came out, I didn't care.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well,
Well, this one has the graphics are obviously updated because last time they did Borderlands games, they were on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation and everything. So I don't know if that works for it, but it does look prettier than the other ones. The guns have new crazy abilities to them. Some of them you can they have an alternate fire on them, so you can go from burst fire to fully auto. Some of them you can change what element they do.
okay.
Between shock and corrosive and stuff like that. What was it? There was one in particular that really cracked me up, and I cannot for the life of me remember. Oh, the guns that you would throw like a grenade in order to reload them?
Yeah.
When you do that, they have a digital voice to them going, ow, 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 every time they bounce off the thing. And there's multiple planets this time around.
Okay.
You're not just on the main planet of Pandora. Like each particular area you go to, you get on your big ship and go to a new planet to do stuff. It's fun. If you're a Borderlands fan, it's got everything you've been looking for.
Well, I'm sure it sounds. I mean, it does. It sounds great. Honestly, if I was more of a gamer, I would have been all about it. and I would have been playing that demo over the weekend. Were you a Borderlands guy, James?
No, not really. I played it a little bit, but it just seems so complicated. And I would play it with my roommate, and I would just kind of follow him around.
Right.
So I never really understood what the hell we were doing. I'm just like, oh, we're going over here to shoot this crap, and then we're going over here, we're going to shoot this crap. He's like, we got to hop in this dune buggy and go riding. I'm like, okay. I was just like tagging along, but I never followed it. I've always enjoyed the artwork.
Yeah,
like
the artwork is cool.
It's done. It's a beautifully rendered game.
Yeah, the way it looks kind of like a cartoon or a comic book.
Yeah,
but
I'm getting some nods over here. Were you a Borderlands fan?
No, I had the same exact experiences.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
I hopped in with my old roommate. I just kind of got lost in it. And
Get your own storyline. stealing my story.
It's same thing.
Great.
Same thing.
James is picking a fight with the wrestlers. Awesome.
This is going to end
I know.
well.
Yeah, we
I
already
know my limits. I know my limits.
We already got the title of the episode, the one where James dies.
So yeah, Borderlands 3, I get a thumbs up. I'm definitely going to be looking for it. Well, I mean, we're into when you hear this drops during the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
So
on Black Friday. I'm sure it's going to be on sale somewhere, right?
yeah, this is when this is when shopping becomes a contact sport. So considering that we've got two guys who are part of a contact sport or stuff, do you guys have any Halal Beefcake? Do you have any tips for people as they're going out shopping this holiday season?
I mean, just get in there and be the biggest and baddest for the most part.
Yeah.
Make your presence known.
Forearms are better than fists,
absolutely.
right?
Of course. Find somebody who looks like Joe and take him with you.
That's a good tip.
What are you doing on Friday, Joe? I got to get some stuff from Walmart.
You know what? I
Midnight
think
sale.
I can escort you. Sounds good.
Perfect.
To me.
All right.
Perfect. We got it.
Juggernaut our way through everybody.
Yeah, I dig it. All right. Well, while we're talking about gaming,
Can you also pull me in a rickshaw at the time?
I would love to.
I think you probably
That's
could.
pretty much how I just want to train. Is Rocky Ford style.
Look at the goddamn shoulders on that man, Al. I think he can.
Whenever we have a big match, I just have all my family get in a rickshaw and I lift it.
That's a
Perfectly.
training regimen.
I thought you were going to say they hop in and you take them to the match.
That's right. That's right.
Down the
Thanks for
highway with
supporting
them
me,
on
Mom.
there, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, while we're talking about video games, a couple of things I saw over the weekend, too. There's a rumor that over the last couple of days has become more than a rumor that they're working on a new Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't he like 112 now?
He's
pretty old.
immortal.
He's got
True.
He's got an amazing Twitter
Oh, does he?
where like people will be like, you know what you remind me of? That Tony Hawk guy, and he'll just be like, yep, that's.
Get to the top level, you unlock the rascal.
That would be fun, though. You're riding the Rascal on some of those ramps, like Jackass style, stunts. I can see that being put in the game if they want to do something kind of cool. I haven't played Tony Hawk Pro Skate. I don't know.
I know it forever,
High
right?
school, you
right?
know?
But that was my favorite on his Twitter. Is he was at an airport and the security person was like, "Man, you look like Tony Hawk. I wonder what he's doing now." And he's like, "This,"
Yeah, that's awesome.
which was
That's
fantastic.
great, yeah.
But yeah, somebody on I believe on Reddit that has connections with Activision said that they were working on either remastering the first couple Tony Hawks or making a completely new one. Now I don't know about you guys, but I would much rather just have a remastered version of Tony Hawk, of the first or second Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Because I know when I got that little PlayStation a couple of months ago and I started figuring out how to add games on that.
The plug and play one, yeah.
If I had a counter of what games I've played and how long, nothing has been played more than Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I will come home and Amy will just play that from like noon to midnight sometimes when she gets into gaming. Boy, does she get into gaming. That's why I don't have the new Pokemon game yet. I still would like to have my Switch for a little while longer before I get that, and then I don't see it for a week.
Yeah, for me, in terms of Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
New one, old one. Like I actually was more of a BMX guy.
Okay.
So I was Matt Hoffman BMX. I was playing that, Dave Mira's BMX. I was playing those. It's essentially the same exact
Sure. You're
type
just
of game,
it's
same
a bike
mechanism,
instead of
but
a
I'm on
motorcycle
a bike
or a
instead of
skateboard.
I hit a ramp. I hit a button to rotate to try to do as many 360s as I can, and then mash every other button on the controller to do every single kind of trick that I possibly can, and try to land it and get the high score. So
Well, you guys enjoy that. I want my 2 extreme back. Give me 3 extreme.
3 extreme.
is that on your 3DO?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like the as they move forward with the Tony Hawk series, much like the WWE series, it just like they change stuff so much that it just it's not as good. The last one they did, I think they actually had a skateboard controller for because it was during the time that Rock Band and Guitar Hero was a big thing.
That was Tony Hawk Ride or something.
Yeah,
That
I like.
tanked,
Yeah, I don't want to actually try. I know I can't skateboard. That's why I play Tony Hawk, a skater.
Well, yeah, that's what I always thought felt about Madden, too. You know, I used to play Madden. I'd get the new one. They used to have the one where it was quarterback vision, and you had to, like, have some real, like, understanding of the quarterback position. Like, what the hell? Like, I did play football. I was a defensive tackle. Your job was kill whatever's in front of you. It's very simple. And I was a bench warmer. I couldn't even do the simple job.
Oh, no.
So, like, now I got to, like, really know the game. It's just, it's
Let's
too
request
much.
D-tackle vision for the next Madden.
Yeah. That would be pretty.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting a VR Madden game where you can choose what thing what position you are, and you
God.
can just get tackle vision?
I will not buy that. I've got a glass coffee table. I'm cutting something.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. But the other thing I thought about is if they made a Tony Hawk Pro Skater now, they would try and get songs from now to put in it. And to me, part of the charm of Tony Hawk Pro Skater is those soundtracks from the first couple of games. Yeah, the ska and the punk from the first game. Listen to Primus.
Yeah.
Or what was I was just talking to Amy because she's the one that plays so much of it in our house. She loves what is it, Power Man 5000 When Worlds Collide?
Yeah,
Is
Power
in that.
Man, yeah.
For me, it's the Suicide Machine's New Girl because that's my jam. So I just want to hear those songs again. I just want to.
Goldfinger.
Yeah, Goldfinger
That
Superman.
was my jam.
Chuck, I'll make you a playlist for Christ's sake. You don't have to buy it.
There is one. There's one on one of the streaming services. There's totally a playlist.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
I can tell you, I found it and I've listened to Suicide Machine's New Girl quite a few times. The other big rumor that I saw on Reddit is that the next Rockstar, the guys who make Grand Theft Auto, the next game they're apparently working on is set in medieval times.
Oh, cool.
So what? Like
Sounds sweet.
Grand Theft Renfest?
So you're like stealing like horses and carriages. And
I guess.
Like
Yeah, because that's
going to like old bathhouses to like beat up the prostitutes.
we know them for Grand Theft Auto and we know them for Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
And they've made other games, obviously,
Right.
Manhunt and Bully and stuff like
And
that.
Red Dead is essentially Old West Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
Dude, I love this. I'm
Medieval
in.
times, a knight on a horse just doing whatever you want.
Yes.
Just slapping people with your
Sold.
sword.
I'm in.
You're in? All
I'm
right.
in.
That's why I wanted to talk to you guys about
So
it.
you have to remind me.
when this, yeah.
Hell, the game's coming out in 2023, so make sure you mark your calendar.
Right, right. So we'll play it in 2025 or something like that?
Yeah.
Because me and you play games well past their date.
Well, the last time they delayed Red Dead Redemption 2 because they had to get the horse nuts right, so who knows what this one's going to be.
Yeah, if only they got the horse controls right.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to make sure you could see the nuts shrink when it got
Yeah.
cold.
When it got cold.
Expand when it
Oh,
got
I was
hot
so
again.
pissed. I was so mad when that news came out. Like, Chuck told me about it like I was going to be like, oh, wow, that's so detailed. I'm like, I don't
Horse
give a-
nuts.
I don't care about
Horse
the goddamn
nuts.
horse
No,
nuts.
Andy Green was excited about horse nuts.
You gotta
was.
keep the equestrian enthusiasts happy, okay, guys? If that's one thing Rockstar learned, keep the equestrian
and you know what?
enthusiasts happy.
I ended up with a female horse, too, so I didn't even get to see the goddamn horse nuts.
How many people figured out they had a girl horse and was like, well, now I got to go find a dude horse. I want to see the horse nuts.
Who doesn't? Usually a line you only hear around when somebody's into bestiality.
Well, yeah.
Welcome to Nerd Radio.
Or a furry or something like that. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to. Also, while we're talking about video games, before we move on to our next topic, I wanted to bring up the fact that for the last couple of weeks, the Checkpoint, whoever's running the Checkpoint XP Twitter has been trolling me about that. They did a thing a couple of weeks ago saying, what does your backlog look like? So I was my day off. I had a couple hours to kill. So I just got all the physical copies of games that I didn't have, and I stacked them up and I took a picture or something like that. And ever since then, I'm getting trolled about the fact that I will never finish any of those games. And they are wrong.
Yeah, okay.
They are wrong. I finished Final Fantasy 15 last week, and before I came...
I love Final Fantasy 15.
And before I came in today, I finished Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on my Switch. So that's two down.
27 to go.
Yeah.
You got to eat your vegetables, Chuck. That's what I feel like right now. Like Checkpoint XP's telling you, eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also, like I played Borderlands over the weekend, and I'm like, this is really great, but I got all these games to play. I really
Yeah.
can't.
What
I
are some of
can't.
the other games in your backlog? I didn't see the.
I've got
the
stuff on the
post.
Xbox 360. I've got like the Wolverine game that I never played is in there. And what else? I got the Deadpool game because I never.
Oh, wow.
I never played that.
This is a huge backlog.
Oh yeah, no, it's massive.
2011.
Yeah,
2000, wow.
there are games that are like 10 years old that are in there. I know I cleared off the second Marvel Ultimate Alliance earlier this year out of my backlog in there. I've got the last Mass Effect is in there. I bought the game Agents of Mayhem, which was made by the people who made Saints Row. Because I love Saints Row, which that's another rumor I read that they're going to be working on another Saints Row, and I am in. Saints Row, in my opinion, so much more fun than Grand Theft Auto.
You've said that.
So much more fun.
And I see it because I do have the PlayStation Now thing right now. And I I see it in there, and I think about giving it a try based on your recommendation, but
and
then I don't.
Part of the fun, much
Too
like
much commitment for you.
much like the WWE games, part of the fun is you make your own character.
Actually, it's funny you say that, James, because I did download a Sherlock Holmes game from that service. Cost me nothing aside from the subscription. And I put it on, and I love mysteries and stuff, and I like Sherlock Holmes. And it was like, it got about 12 seconds into the opening cutscene. I was like, I don't have time for this crap. And I shut it off. And it's like I wouldn't did anything. I wouldn't watch TV.
Yep.
Like, seriously, I think I have no time to play video games. I do nothing. You know, I work my ass off at work, and then I go home, and I'm 2 heartbeats above being dead. I don't move.
I know what you mean, because I feel the same way sometimes. So I have that Outer Worlds game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got time to play it. I got time. I could play it right now. I put it in, and I start talking to other people in the game, like the NPC characters.
Right.
And I'm like, this is way too much dialogue. I got to do too much work reading all this stuff. Okay, let's watch Disney Plus, and I turn it off.
James is not here to read.
I feel like I should not recommend Death Stranding then to you guys.
Okay.
It's a lot of walking from what I've seen.
Well, no, super long cutscenes too.
Yeah. Well, that's Hideo Kojima for you right there. What are you guys gamers?
I am.
Okay. What are you currently playing?
Death Stranding.
Just Death Stranding?
Yeah, it's
nice.
taking up too much of my time.
Yeah,
I do
for
have
sure.
a backlog. It's not as old as yours, though.
That's fair.
I watched him die in the Samurai game at least 40 times one time.
Right.
He's so bad at games. He
That's
brags about it.
hilarious. The backlog isn't as bad as Chuck's. He's played Mario 3.
He has. Absolutely. I played Mario 3. I'm great at Mario 3, man.
So back to Death Stranding. Did they make Norman Reedus as buff as he should have been? Because I think I
that's
read
the
an
Norman
article.
Reedus game.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
he looks.
I
looks
think he
lean.
made the creators go back to make him look buffer.
That's what I'd do too. I'd be like, look, I need to be the Hulk. As you can see on my protein jug.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
All right, well, we're going to take a short break. We're going to be back with some more Nerd Radio with the guys from Halal Beefcake. It's coming back.